Silence, Earthling! My name is Darth Vader. I am an extraterrestrial from the planet Vulcan.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another Yo Joe Jerk review. I'm your host Brian. Today we have the NECA Back to the Future accessory pack. And I totally forgot that I ordered this. I got a shipping notice and it showed up. We're gonna go over it because I am super excited because, as you can tell, I collect the Back to the Future line. So let's take a look at this box. First off, the front is the flux capacitor. We have the 35 years of Back to the Future with the 88 miles an hour. On the side, it is the standard Back to the Future NECA logo with the accessory set for the name. On the back, we get a glimpse of all the fun stuff we're about to experience. I am mostly excited about this. The license plates are pretty cool. Einstein is probably the main reason why I bought this. On the bottom, we have our standard barcode, the real toys, NECA, and all the credits for the people involved with the figure, which I think is one of the coolest things that NECA does. On the inside, we have more promotional images of all the cool stuff that comes inside. And right here in the window box, we have Einstein and all kinds of other cool stuff. So let's get this open. All right, people, I did not open this yet at all. So I'm going to attempt to cut this open with a razor blade on screen without killing myself. So give me a second. Oh, so dull. There we go. Let's get our trusty tool in there. Like I said, you just throw it in there and just lightly wiggle it up and you should be good. And we're open. And let's slide this tray out and take a look at what we got in here. We have the plutonium, we have Einstein, we have some extra hands here, all kinds of cool stuff in this set. And on the back, we have the little printout. You'll fly, old McFly! We're gonna get all these fun accessories out and take a closer look. We got a whole lot of stuff going on here. First up, let's take a look at the plutonium case. The details are exquisite. This looks like a miniaturized case straight out of the movie. There is no lacking for detail anywhere on this box. On the inside, we have one used plutonium. We have a spot for the extra plutonium that you can use as an accessory. I'll show you in a second. And then we have all the other vials and another empty right there. Next up, we have both the license plates. Putting them up together, you can see that this one is completely straight and this one is broken and worn. You can also get in really close and see those California 1986 registrations. We have this extra hand and we also have a walkie-talkie. You can see that the extra hand is just in there for the walkie-talkie. I'm pretty sure you could put this with Marty or Doc Brown. Here we have the Vulcan hand. We also have the teeny weeny plutonium. And that little thing comes right out. It's insane. But it is so itty bitty, I don't recommend taking that out. I am just going to put that back in the case later on. Next up, we have Doc Brown's radiation helmet. And I'll tell you what, the one on this particular chap right here is a gigantic pain in the butt and is in multiple pieces. This one right here is all one fitted piece, and it looks like it is going to be super easy to put it on. Next up, we have the Thought Reading Helmet Doc Brown head, and it looks like this is a reused head, but I compared it earlier, and the eyeballs look way bigger, but we'll compare the heads in a little bit. Next up, we have the tiny little shoes from Back to the Future Part 2. These just look like the molds from the Marty from Back to the Future Part 2. Next up, we have the shoe case, which I broke taking out, so be very careful. I'm glad you didn't have to see me wreck this thing. But these move up. They do not get, oh, they do get together, but I wouldn't know because one of my sides is broken. And inside you could see the jacket. Each side is clear. And you could put the shoes in. I can't because I broke it. If you want to see how I broke it, this side broke off, but I know I can fix it with a dab of glue. Oh, also really neat. Instead of the Nike footwear, they did the little NECA footwear. I think that's really awesome. The star of our show, the reason why we bought this pack, Einstein. And I think they killed it with him. He looks great. For a sculpted animal, he looks fantastic. I think, yeah, his little tail moves. You can see his tail move. It doesn't have that much range, but it's still, oh, fell out of the little peg. And he has his little stopwatch, and he does have a little joint on his head. And I think, nope, that's just an overlay, but yeah, he can turn. You can turn him here, and you can turn him up here. So yeah, you can get a more range than I thought. I thought he'd just be like one piece of plastic, but even the watch is floating. You could see that right there, or the stopwatch. And one of the best parts is his mouth opens. So he can go and be a very happy Einstein, or he can be a happy Einstein. And they did an amazing job on the paint. It looks great. And the final pieces of this set are the tiny little printouts. We'll try to get in really close. There's the "You're fired, McFly." There is the letter from Marty that he gives to Doc in the diner that he tears up. And here's that little phone book page, I think, but I am not 100% sure. It's been a while. Now, let's get these accessories on these figures. First up, let's do the plutonium mask on the 1985 Doc Brown. We're gonna grab him. Grab our most excellent helmet and put it right over. And this totally completes it all. This looks really awesome. And they did one even better. You can actually see the figure's face through that little slit in there. And that's awesome. So good. And what a great accessory. Now you can put both of them in the plutonium suits together. And you could add a plutonium case. Next up, we're going to take the tiny little plutonium and put it away in the case. Perfect. It fit perfect. Let's get 1955 Doc Brown's mind-reading helmet on. Now, this one's going to be a bit tricky because I don't want to push down on the helmet too much, because I don't want to break anything that's going on in there. So I'm going to try to push by the side of the hair. And I am having a hell of a time, but let's check that out. Now, I could tell right away that the skin tone is really off. Like if you get up to that neck and that head, that skin tone is way off. But it is really, really funny. It looks great, and I think this is the way I want this 1955 Doc Brown to look. Look at how good that looks. Now, comparing it next to the standard head that comes with it, the color is off. Like it's not even off a little bit. It's way off. So what I might do is just take this mind control helmet off and just stick it on the better painted head, because I'm going to bring this one closer so you guys can see. This one, the original head, is just painted way better. And I'm not saying that this head isn't painted good, but I mean, there is a dramatic dip in color from the neck to the head. And it's thrown me off, but it really looks like you can just put this head inside this. Let's grab part 2 Marty and put him up next to this shoebox from the future. I can't really show you much more than that because I broke it. And we can bring the hoverboard over. And we can also put the kicks over there. And that looks pretty decked out for a part 2 Marty. We can also add in the "You're Fired" to the bag. We can use the walkie-talkie and extra hand on the part 1 Marty. Let's get rid of that skateboard and that hand. And there we go. That ports in nicely. And now Marty has a walkie-talkie like he did in the movie. Put that skateboard back. We have the 2 license plates, which you can do whatever you want with. I'm just going to lay them over here on the ground. So my final thoughts on the NECA accessory set for Back to the Future is it's amazing. It's awesome. I'm an idiot and broke a piece taking it out, but if this ever comes back up for order again and you have these figures, this complements just about every single one of them in the line, and I'm really happy. So people, as always, thank you for stopping by, and I will catch you on the next review.